In this lesson, we're going to go through 5 top tips that you can use to improve your indoor air quality. So the first thing we're going to talk about is dust. So cleaning regularly. Dust may seem like it's a harmless nuisance, but it can actually have a significant impact on the health of your home. Did you know that dust can be a major source of toxic chemicals? It's true. Dust is composed of a whole bunch of stuff. Things like human cells, pet dander, pollen, clothing fibers, dust mites, insect parts, but it also has things like lead from old paint and pesticides from outside and chemicals that are found and kind of trekked into the house from either household products or that are picked up outside. And when these particles build up in your home, they can seriously trigger some allergies, some asthma, and other respiratory issues. Infants and young children are particularly susceptible to this sort of toxin as they're spending a lot of time on the floor where dust gathers and they're putting their hands in their mouths and grabbing whatever. So we want to be really mindful of the dust in our homes. So what can you do about this? Well, cleaning regularly. That's a huge thing you can do to reduce the dust and dander from building up. And one of the best ways to do this is with a HEPA vacuum. Vacuuming is crucial for a healthy home environment. And a HEPA filter ensures that the dust is being truly removed and not just picked up and recirculated around. So remembering to vacuum upholstered furniture, curtains, things like that as well, under beds, above countertops, things where you're not necessarily thinking of getting, but you want to really get all those hard to reach places. Now, dusting with a damp microfiber cloth instead of a dry cloth or feather duster, which just, again, spreads the dust into the air, is going to be great. So remembering to regularly wipe down hard surfaces like shelves, tables, windowsills, and as I mentioned, those sort of hard to reach places. Up and above where your kitchen cupboards are is often a hard to reach place. And then, so also keeping clutter down is a big thing. So keeping things neat and tidy, having our surfaces clean, this is going to be pretty important. As we clutter things up, it often gets harder to clean. We're just less likely to take everything off and clean there. So kind of being a little more minimalistic with our things that we can then pick up easily, clean those surfaces. It's going to kind of save yourself some headaches. So keep clutter to a minimum to reduce dust buildup. So you can store items neatly in cabinets or bins, keeping those hard surfaces clear so that you can more easily clean them. Using dust mite covers on mattresses and pillows, washing your bedding weekly in hot water, even curtains and other soft fabric items, washing those if you can in hot water. Sometimes couches have some kind of covers that you can zip off and throw in the washer. So anything that can be washed, making sure to wash it in some nice hot water is really important. Remembering to remove shoes before coming to the house, placing all doormats at all the entrances. This can do a lot too to help stop that we're not tracking anything in from the outside. So another great option for improving your indoor air quality is plants. So investing in household plants isn't just for the look. They're not just pretty, they're also great for your health. According to NASA research, plants can boost indoor air quality. They turn carbon dioxide into nice fresh oxygen. They trap dust and different chemical particles with their leaves, even including mold and bacteria. They do a great job of scrubbing the air for us. And usually for a 15 square meter home, so 140 meters squared or around 1,500 square feet, we want to put about 15 plants in there to help keep our air nice and clean. And some of the best plants are on the screen right now. So we've got things like an areca and bamboo palm, lady's palm, money plant, peace lily, English ivy, spider plant, and a dracaena. All great plants you can use that are going to do a great job of scrubbing the air for us. So something else to be mindful of is pets. Now, pets undoubtedly bring joy, companionship, unconditional love, no doubt, but they can also bring some challenges when it comes to keeping a nice, clean, and healthy home. For many people, pets can trigger allergies, asthma, and other respiratory issues. And even if you don't have noticeable pet allergies, they can shed fur, track in dirt, leave behind odors that can make your home feel, less than fresh. So what can you do to keep your home clean and healthy when you have pets? Well, here are some practical tips. So groom your pets regularly to make sure you're reducing their shedding and dander, brushing them outside if possible, bathing them as needed, dusting, wiping, and vacuuming regularly to make sure you're capturing all that pet hair and dander, and remembering to vacuum upholstered furniture, curtains, anywhere where they're getting up onto, and washing pet bedding and their toys frequently in hot water. This is going to help remove any allergens and odors, and try to keep pets as much as possible off furniture and beds. This is going to help stop the spread of allergens as well. So using washable covers on pet beds and furniture, anything you can zip off and throw in the washer in some nice hot water is going to be really good. You could also consider creating a pet-free zone in your home, somewhere where you keep pets out of that you can do a better job of keeping really clean. Now, if you or someone in your family has severe pet allergies, you may need to take some additional steps like keeping pets outside or maybe even finding a new home for them. However, for many people, managing pet allergies is possible with some extra cleaning and some good preventative measures without having to say goodbye to your friends. Another big indoor air quality factor is chemical exposures. So many everyday household items, from cleaning products and furniture, air fresheners, these may release harmful chemicals called volatile organic compounds, so VOCs, and they're released into the air all the time. Now, we breathe them in, we often can't tell we're breathing them in, but they're doing some damage to our body. Exposure to VOCs can lead to health issues like headaches and dizziness, and in severe cases, respiratory disorders or even cancer. So refer to the chemical and contaminants module for more information here. Something else to watch out for is dangerous appliances and heating devices. So things like gas stoves. These are a major source of indoor air pollution. They can release nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, and other toxic gases into the air, especially if it's in a poorly ventilated space. And this can cause respiratory issues, headaches, dizziness, and additionally, any appliance that burns fuel, such as like a gas-powered furnace or a water heater, these can also produce harmful combustion byproducts that we want to be mindful of. Also, avoid any open fireplaces and wood combustion stoves. I know they're cozy and they seem great, but they can release a lot of pollutants into your home, especially if they're not properly vented. So you can think about upgrading old gas appliances to newer, more efficient models, or opt for electric stoves instead of gas. It's a much healthier option. So following the manufacturer's instructions on safe operation and making sure you're doing regular maintenance on all these appliances goes a long way too. And remembering to have a pro service these appliances when needed, this goes a long way. When buying new appliances, go for ones with low emissions and high energy efficiency ratings. Placing carbon monoxide detectors on each level of your home and close to sleeping spots is a great strategy. And yes, remembering to swap out those batteries every year too. Making sure that vented appliances are correctly installed with external vents and venting outside, like we've mentioned previously, really important factor here. Surprisingly, photocopiers and laser printers can also be harmful to your indoor air quality. So they can produce ozone, ultrafine particles, and volatile organic compounds, which we obviously do not want. So if possible, keep these machines in a separate, well-ventilated room. Or opt for an inkjet printer, which isn't going to give you any of these issues. In the next lesson, we're going to look at humidity levels and how important this is for indoor air quality.